Now we are sitting in the dining area of the Lulu Mall. So you can see people are too much busy now. It's a Sunday and evening time. So naturally it's quite busy now. Always it's busy here actually. In the morning only some seats are available. Otherwise it's too busy. So I am coming here sometime to have different ambience rather than it's quite busy now. Busy here, so it's quite different ambience actually. So in our vlogging context or the perspective, I'm just thinking actually whether we can connect with something. It's basically the crowd and the busyness, the psychology of crowds, and I would say it's psychology of crowds. It's a different thing altogether. But it's the busyness and the life's entanglements is one thing. So it's quite a relaxing place, but when we see the people, then we stand apart, or we also are in the flow of doing things and having weekends and jobs and then weekends and enjoying like that. I was also into that for a long time. So when we step back or step out and think about try to observe things, how people are doing, then things would be quite different from what we think that when we are involved in the flow or we are flowing along the flow. So it's quite different. It's just we say that we are fading out the focus from the distant places to our more closer to life or our own life. So the thing that separates from the crowd or the lifestyle and the life outside, especially the urban areas and all, the metropolitan cities and all, and the real life that we touch in a very lonely stage, or some lonely means some solitude. I mean, not loneliness, the solitude that we opt for is quite different. So only few people get that chance actually in lifetime. We cannot imagine that lifetime people do not get a chance to think like that. Or people are afraid at least to think like that. So these two things we require basically, the crowd and the lifestyle, and all these things are required. But the thinking for oneself or thinking around one's life is quite important as well. So there are all these philosophies and all the insightful ideas thing. Otherwise we say that there's nothing to think, or there's no problem without thinking. So why should we think? So they're not getting a chance to think actually. So that's why we step back or step out mainstream and think something about our own life. Some meditation can help a lot. So that's it for the evening time. So see this dining area here. So I used to come here because it's not not that comfortable place for me, because I'm not basically too much into this, but for some while I can align with that and then I come out of that. So I cannot too much get into this stuff, so it suffocates me too much. Sometimes I get out of that. It comes to the rural side or the hill side or the solitude side and go on with the internal silence. So it's quite a different area altogether. It's just a clip and I just want to so what else to say though? So we started with the first episodes, the 5 construction elements, that means basic construction elements, Indian philosophies, according to Indian philosophies, is air, fire, water, earth and sky. So it all denotes to the Prakriti, and Purusha is the consciousness that we already discussed this matter somewhere else. So from the consciousness, the Prakriti gets flesh, or or consciousness gets fresh from the Prakriti, and Prakriti gets life from the consciousness. So this is the Purusha and Prakriti mutual relationship. So just to say that this is a way, this touches my insightful mind to think like, the crowd. Crowd is a kind of metaphysical, not crowd actually. It's not a crowd. Crowd is quite a different thing altogether. The psychology of crowd is quite a different thing. This is lifestyles and the entanglements. And it need not be, but normally connected to this thing, we can relaxing and jobs and so on, urban entanglements rather than rural side. The rural people are getting a lot of free time, When I go to Vagamon earlier times, when I get a lot of time to, people are quite free there almost. So when we go to the shops and all, then we can sit there with the shop people and they chat with us because they do not have too much customers like here. So we get a lot of acquaintances by going to these shops. So time is basically is very important. People say that we have to invest time and get money out of that. So money is one thing. And time is basically a time to think and contemplate. Think, imagine and contemplate on the higher things in life. So there we come across the tangibilities of life. So that's what we all want to say this evening. This is Sunday, and maybe we will come with another insightful thought